everybody. So today's Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week marks the start of this year's edition of the Foreign Language Movie Month. And this is where we talk about movies that aren't in English that are appropriate for children or at least young adults, for families, and that they can watch and get kids used to the idea of watching movies in subtitles. I think that that's really important, and that they get exposed to films from all over the world. Obviously, they need to be able to read for most of these films, and so you have to be able to help them with that. But I think it's really important that kids get used to the stories of other cultures, to the experience of watching with subtitles. So today we are talking about a film actually from Saudi Arabia called Wadjda. And Wadjda is, I think, the first film to be fully shot and completed in Saudi Arabia. And so it's really unique and really cool. And it is a really lovely story. I think it would be a great film that if your children saw a woman wearing the hijab and they had questions about it and they didn't really understand it. I think that this would be a really good film to show that they're just normal, normal women and girls just like us. They just have a different tradition. And this movie certainly doesn't glamorize or excuse the sometimes bad treatment of women in the culture, as there are bad treatment in any culture, and some of the problems that come along with the hijab, but it does it in a very human way that I think, again, would be a great starting off point for understanding and discussion. So the movie Wadjda is about a young girl named Wadjda that is 10 years old as the story starts, and she's free-spirited, and she has a dream of being able to own a bicycle someday. She wants to be able to ride along the city of Wadjda in Saudi Arabia, and she wants to be able to have a bike. And that's something that is very unusual for her. And her mother at the beginning refuses to get the bike. It's not something that girls normally have. But she finds out that it's also very expensive. $213 of their money in Saudi Arabia. So it's very expensive. And so she just starts to earn money so that she can pay for the bike herself. But she finds out that there is basically almost like a spelling bee at her school. But it's for the Quran, and it's different quizzes, different questions, but it kind of plays out similar to a spelling bee as far as going out. And she could win money for a large amount of money for the cash prize. So that she could buy her bike. And she, struggles to be in the competition, to learn everything she needs to learn. I think that this movie, like I said, is very humanizing. She's a very likable character. Her family's very likable. You get to understand the culture, I think, a lot better. And then they throw in some of those darker moments that in a way that feels very natural. Like in one scene, one of the young girls is 12, and I believe, and she brings her wedding photos to school to show the rest of the girls. And so it's just like a little bit darker kind of, but it's weaved in a way that feels very natural to me. And again, I think would be a way to sort of start discussion about different cultures and traditions and things that are concerning, and other things that are positive, and the way they take care of each other, the family, the relationship between her Wadjda and her mother is very, very wonderful and well done. And that she's kind of concerned about her mom, the way that her mom is kind of a servant to her husband, to Wadjda's father, just all of that, the relationship. There's also a teacher at school who has sort of a relationship that's a bit of a scandal, and the way that she treats Wadjda, and all of that is all part of the story. It's a really good, well done script with interesting characters, with a setting and portrayal of culture that, for something I know absolutely nothing about, To me, it felt authentic. To me, it felt like I was learning. And you know, the greatest thing about movies is when you can kind of step in somebody else's shoes and understand a little bit more about somebody that you wouldn't otherwise know anything about. So that's what's great. And so I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was good. It's on Netflix. It's not that long, 98 minutes. So I think that it would be a great one for you and your family to watch. It's in Arabic. So let me know what you think. If you happen to have seen this movie, I would love your thoughts. And if you have any suggestions for Foreign Language Movie Month, I would love to hear those too. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And please check out Hallmarky's podcast as well. We've got lots of stuff going on over there, including I recently interviewed Katie Sackhoff, which was really fun. So check that out. And thanks so much. Please check out the merch store, the Patreon group. Really appreciate that support. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.